boxers. Respect shown early. Let's see if that stays the same when the bell goes. So again, to reiterate the record of Porter, he has 11 wins and 3 losses. However, he has been out of the ring for 18 months. Ben Vezza, he's been out of the ring since 2017. That's 8 years out of the ring. There's 2 wins, 1 KO, 1 stoppage, and 3 losses.
Yeah, it should be, I'd imagine, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but after the length of time out of the ring, even more so for Ben Vezza, I'd imagine it'd be a slow start. And then again, that could be the reason why they go completely at it, so you never really know.
Yeah, because, you know, when you have that ring experience, no matter how long you've been out of the ring, you still know what it feels like. You've still got an idea of what it feels like when you step back into that ring. What will be different is your ring rust, right? So if you haven't been in the ring for ages, like you quite rightly said, you can mimic that in sparring. But does it include the nervous energy that you get from the crowd being there, calling your name? It depends person to person, doesn't it?
Both men look like they've trained after this. They look like they're well conditioned. So it's a return they both clearly were well ready for. So let's hope that that brings in for a very good competitive fight.
Here we go. First round's about to begin. Both men just trying to get the distances required here to catch the other with a jab. Vezza throwing a little bit of a strong right hand, and it finding its home, but not probably had the effect that he was expecting. Good right hand from Vezza. Jamie quite comfortably ducking under some of these big shots from Vezza here.
Yep.
Good body shot from Porter.
Very good body work from Porter. He looks very well rounded. Nice body work again. He doesn't look out of place though, Ben Vezza. He doesn't look too phased about what's come so far.
No, I don't think he is he? He's kind of just taken it in his stride. I think he's waiting, but I only think Jamie will get stronger as the fight goes on.
Yeah.
Again, with the amount he's been out of the ring, you know, Vezza's been out for 8 years. You know, that's quite a long time. You know, I wouldn't want to say it's almost like he's new again, because he certainly isn't. But you know, that's got to count for something, having that long out the ring and coming back against someone like Jamie Porter. Good first round, kind of what you said and what I expected, which is it will start slowly, and then they'll start kind of building into it as we go, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, a round for Jamie Porter without a doubt. He worked the body well, and that's the telling part of the early minutes of the fight we've had so far in the first round.
Yeah, agreed. Getting a little bit too far away to hear what the corners are saying, but both are deep into chat. You know, the boxers taking the instructions. Now let's see who's going to actually put it into play.
Yeah.
This is a 5 2-minute round, and we're going into the second round here.
Going into the second round, Ben Vezza's going to have to look for an opening and try and take advantage of that.
Yeah. I like the change in levels from Jamie. He's working the body, but he's actually dropping down slightly to make sure that he, as he throws to the body, is out of range.
Absolutely. Referee's having a word here. Hopefully that brings out a bit of action out of the both of them.
Good shot from Vezza there. The pace is picking up here slightly. I think that what the ref said is, no doubt to try and minimise holding the clinch for too long. Again, when Jamie throws these straight to the body, he drops a level, which just takes himself out of the sort of range of Vezza's straight right hand.
Absolutely.
Hit and not get hit. Ref doing a good job here, just ensuring that they don't get caught in the clinch for too long. Good shot from Vezza there, getting through. Whether Jamie comes back with his own. I think from what I can see, Vezza's the more tense boxer in there.
Yeah.
And not to say that's necessarily a bad thing, but he's not throwing the variety that Jamie is. And again, depending on what the judges look for, I do think Jamie's probably doing the better work. Not to say it's been so effective, but if I was looking at this, I'd think that Jamie was a more experienced man, which he is actually.
So on that round, Jamie
sense.
had done some good body work there as well. Just pushing him over the edge so far. It's not catching the eye so far. It's not overly blockbuster stuff, but it's doing enough to win the round, and that's what he has to do at this stage.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's been a little bit of swelling above Porter's eye that I see being worked on right in front of me with the corner team. Again, anyone that's just joined us, this is for the Regional Welterweight Championship. It's a current vacant belt. So both these boxers have got an equal opportunity in taking this.
Remember, this is live on Notorious TV. Shows every week, boxing, Muay Thai, MMA and many more. $9.99 a month to watch all shows. Pay-per-view option for every show.
Vezza's really come out the blocks here, trying to take it to Porter perhaps. That's what Wayne from Reigate Boxing has given him the task to do. Porter just looks quite focused in there, doesn't he? He looks like he's ready for what's coming at him. He's just got to try and find a way through here. Vezza does look like the bigger man when they're next to each other. So, he's got to potentially just find the punch that's going to stop Vezza from moving forward. He doesn't want Vezza to be walking through them. I'd like to see the ref stop this clinch here, which he has. Let the fighters reset and then go again. Straight left hand here from Jamie, just measuring the distance, then he throws the right, but it doesn't get through like he quite would have hoped. I think we're going to see Vezza change up the variety of punches here. I think he's living off the clinch here a little bit.
Yeah, you just have to see a bit more from Ben Vezza. We're not really seeing...
Not seeing much more than
urgency.
Jamie's throwing his punches, and then Vezza's kind of tying him up. And don't get me wrong, again, it's easy to make out he could do anything else while we're sat here, but at the same time, if he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to try and change it up a little bit, isn't he?
No, that's it. Yeah, it's another Jamie fought around, but it's just not a lot to really really judge on.
He's just slowly but surely going through the gears, isn't he? And you know, I don't think he's lost any of the rounds so far. I don't think he's necessarily won them, you know, what's the word? He hasn't sort of battered him every round, but what he has done is he's done enough to win them, even when it's just small margins.
Yeah, he for sure hasn't put his stamp on them. He hasn't put his stamp on any of the rounds, but he's in there and he's just doing enough to get by at the moment. But you have to hope that the next 2 rounds are going to be a little bit different, but we shall see.
We got Billy Heron here. Billy, I mean, you won't be able to hear what you're saying, but what are you making of the fight so far? And don't be biased because you've got a Secret Squirrel t-shirt on.
Jamie's putting a lot of work over the camp. I think it's coming fruition. Ben started getting very physical second round because he can't handle the boxing. And I think if he carries on playing out, he's going to play out to be a comfortable victory for Jamie.
Thank you, Billy Heron, who's fighting later.
His opponent has turned up, we can confirm as well. So the speculation that I ill-informed you with the potential. I mean, I guess it wasn't ill-informed because there was potential, but no, he is here.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't say anything that other people weren't thinking, Shane. I think, you know, if you don't turn up to the weigh-in and you don't turn up for your medical and you've got everyone worried, you know, it's going to be brought up. So,
and when you pulled out a fight before, I mean,
exactly,
that usually seems to follow suit if you're doing those kind of things. But look, it doesn't matter, he's here, and we have a stunning main event heavyweight title fight that I think we're all looking forward to. I mean, it's a pleasure to always commentate on Billy Heron's fights, as I have done a number of times now, because he's a heavyweight and he's a good one as well. And even despite me maybe commentating controversially last time, he's definitely great to commentate for.
Because he's a bit of a lump, you know, anything can happen in his fights. He can, you know, he could knock someone out with one punch, as we've seen before, and he's also taken a knee, but he always gets up. You know, I haven't seen a time where he hasn't tried to get up, and it just brings excitement. You know, Billy's had a lot of fights, and you know, he loves it. He loves the sport. He loves BOXA. He was a real ambassador for Ring King boxing as well back in the day. So yeah, just a good guy that comes to fight.
Absolutely. And talking about coming to fight, we want to see a bit more of that in this bout. We're in round 4 now. We're still starved of some real action yet. I mean, a good jab there from Ben Vezza.
Good jab. Maybe the best one we've seen all fight.
Another good jab there.
Has he finally found out that, you know, that's potentially the way through? But Jamie does come back with more of his own work and does seem to do the better work.
Absolutely.
And the crowd starts singing There's Only One, Jamie Porter. Buzzing atmosphere in here tonight, fantastic to see. I didn't hear the seconds knock, but at the end of the day, the round's over. So that was the 4th round. This is the 5th and final round.
Yeah, I mean,
how would you call it at this stage, Shane?
I mean, yeah, like, you know, a bit of a better round from Ben Vezza, actually. You could actually probably argue even won that round. Just off a couple of stiff jabs that snapped the head back of Jamie Porter. So that would suggest that, you know, there's a little bit of effort, a little bit of work from Ben Vezza. So even if you give him the round, he needs to a mammoth task to do anything to really do anything for the next round. We haven't seen much from either man. Maybe him knowing that he needs to do something in the last round might bring something out of him, but that remains to be seen. But yeah, so far it's a very comfortable Jamie Porter win in the most really lack of ambition fight from either man. I haven't seen anyone really try and stamp their authority. I mean, it's easy for me to say that sitting here, but I'm just calling it as
I see. We did say at the start that both these men have been out the ring for quite a while, so, you know, it maybe is taking its toll, but, you know, it's a championship fight. I think if anyone's put in most work is Jamie Porter. Not to say that Vezza hasn't given it a good go, but I think you can tell that he's not had a fight in a while. Yeah. And, you know, perhaps if he comes back next time, whether or not he's successful here tonight or not, he comes back and gives it another go, because I do think he's got a lot of potential. You can see he's a fit guy. You can see he takes his training seriously.
No, absolutely. You know, still credit after all them years. Has the desire to come back in and compete again. You know, it takes a set of nuts to do that, and he's done that. So whatever
Good
happens
shot from Jamie Porter.
It's starting to get a bit more exciting in it now.
5th round, they've woken up. Here we go. Jamie's looking focused. Oh, it does take a stiff jab to the face though there. But it doesn't seem to deter him from coming forward and pushing his own will on the fight. Good left hand from Jamie. It does look like he's got the better pedigree here.
Absolutely.
More good work from Jamie here with a crowd behind him. Last 10 seconds.
Good hook there from Vezza.
It was a good hook, wasn't it? Probably the best punch of the fight for him. It's too bad it's come so late in the day. I don't want to say the most exciting fight in the world, but with the circumstances and the fact that they've both been out for so long, you know, fantastic. Well done to them both. I think they both deserve the applause. I think, in my humble opinion, Jamie's done enough there to win the fight.
Yeah, Jamie Porter's won 4 rounds to 1, in my opinion. At best for Vezza as well, by the way. It could easily be 5-0. But Vezza gave a good account of himself. He tried after a long time out. Went the round, went the distance against the accomplished guy. Fair play to both men.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think both of them done really well. Huge respect to them both. I think Jamie just done enough. Neither of them really took the fight to the other, and not to say they didn't try. I just think that maybe their styles meant that there was a lot of, there's a lot of holding. There was a lot of moments where they couldn't really get their work off because they were tied up in the clinch. But I do believe that Jamie's done enough there to get the win. We will, however, see what the judges thought of it. We're going to be handing over to Glenn to give the decision. We're just waiting while the boxers get their gloves off, or at least Jamie gets his gloves off. Lots of respect shown between the two of them. You could still hear the crowd singing Jamie Porter's name here. Really is a fantastic atmosphere in the venue tonight. Over to Glenn, who will announce the winner. Unanimous decision. Yes, Jamie's got the victory there. Just as I imagined towards the end of that fight. I just think he did enough to get the win over the line. Commiserations to his opponent. I think he put a very, very good fight on for us. You know, he's put his health on the line there. He really has just given it a good go. He's been out the ring for 8 years, may I add. So the fact that he come back and gave it such a good way, you could see he's in the gym. You could see he trains hard under Wayne. Forge Boxing in Reigate is no doubt going to be back with more boxers. However, this time he met someone who was just willing to give it a little bit more in what was a tough fight for both men.